Boom. Good morning, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. Well, here I am. It's September the 9th, 5:30 in the morning here at Bardstown Bourbon Company. I'm here for the release of the latest Bardstown Bourbon, Chateau De Laubade. Wasn't sure what time I needed to get here, but I am first in line. Just came by here, got my coffee, grabbed a couple sausage biscuits, so we're going to hang out here for a few hours until the release is supposed to be at 9 a.m. I'm here at 5:30 a.m. Didn't know how many people would be in line for this, so I was surprised to be the first one here, but I am the first one here. So, cheers, Bourbon Quest. A little coffee in the morning. So, we are going to get a Bardstown Chateau De Laubade. Or Scooby-Doo, as Jason C. likes to say. So, while we're here, I'm just going to kind of give you a little rundown of the place. So, like I said, I'm here. Right outside there's one of the rick houses. Looks like a new one that's being built over there. But super nice facility here. It is early in the morning, but you can see in there where the restaurant is and the gift shop. There's the main entrance, Bardstown Bourbon Company. And it is before sunrise here. Alright, well, I'm going to go enjoy my coffee and sausage biscuit and maybe smoke a cigar and hang out for a while until people get here and open the doors. Will be interesting to see who the next person is in line. We'll let you know. All right, thanks, Bourbon Quest. All right, Bourbon Quest, we're back here in Bardstown. Sun's starting to come up. As you saw, I got here at 5:30, and then this is Dave over here. He got here about 6:15. We're coming up on 7 o'clock, so he was the second person to get here. Fortunate for Dave, he's also here to pick up a birthday bourbon, so we might tag along with him a little bit later. But as the sun's starting to come up, thought I'd give you another look at the campus here at Bardstown Bourbon Company. Dave came up from Kennesaw, Georgia. Alright, a few more hours. Alright, Bourbon Quest, it's approaching 8 o'clock. Again, here in front of Bardstown Bourbon Company. Still just a little over an hour before the doors open up. They've already come out and told us there's going to be plenty, so, and there's just a few more people started to trickle in. Still not a lot, but thought I'd give you a little bit broader view. There's where the column stills are. We'll walk up on that. Take a look there. But a beautiful, gorgeous morning here in Kentucky. Like I said, just prior to 8 o'clock. A few more cars now in the parking lot. As we now have sunrise here. And the rick houses. The flag flying at half-mast for Queen Elizabeth. But an absolutely gorgeous morning here in Kentucky. Starting to feel a little bit of the cool fallness in the air, at least in the mornings. It'll be again hot this afternoon. Alright. Not too long till we get our Chateau De Laubade. Haha, be back in a little bit, bro. Alright, Bourbon Quest, it's about 8:45 or 8:15, so we're still about 45 minutes away from them opening the doors. But let you know, I am first in line, so we will be getting a Chateau De Laubade. So it'll be opening up here in about 40 minutes. We do have everything being line forming now. All right, let's find out where everybody's from. We know Dave's from Kennesaw, Georgia. Where's everybody else from?
Pennsylvania, Scranton area.
Pennsylvania?
Florida.
Oh, Florida. All right. Ohio. So we got quite a contention here. We got Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, Georgia. Of course, me from Tennessee. But we'll be going in here shortly and then hitting a few other spots. And Dave, I know, is getting a birthday bourbon later today. Anybody else getting a birthday bourbon? No. See, Dave's the only lucky one of this group.
Yeah, we struck out.
All right, Bourbon Quest. We're just a few minutes till they open the doors and get the Chateau De Laubade. And as you can see, I'm first in line. The rest of the line's there behind me. We also have a couple of tour buses coming into picture now.
That's where I released this morning.
We got tours about to take place.
So much.
Try to tell you.
So Chateau De Laubade release number 2 comes out today. It comes out at 9 a.m. So we got some really good waiting for you.
All right. All right, they're right now getting ready to open the doors.
Good morning, good morning. I think I have somebody important you guys like to see. Anyway.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning. We're so excited to have you here. Welcome. Thank you for coming down. It's not a bad day to stand out here and wait, but I know you don't want to stand out here all day, so this is what you came for, I think. So
Yes, sir.
there's plenty of bottles inside, so we're not going to make you stand out here any longer, so come on in.
Wait just a second.
And-
I want to take a couple pictures. I'm going to get Steve right in the middle here.
Okay.
We'll do that pretty quick because we've got 3 going, so it'll go pretty fast. Thank you. What you're going to do is you're going to head right over to this gentleman right there in the door, and then he'll let you in.
All right, we're going up to get our bottle.
Also, I just need to see your ID real quick.
All right, so we just picked up the Chateau along with the Discovery. Steve's over there signing bottles. Steve, can you give a shout out to Bourbon Quest?
Hello, welcome to Bardstown Bourbon. Hope you enjoy this product. It's our second release of the Chateau. It's just as good as the very first release, so enjoy it.
All right, thanks, Steve. We appreciate it. And here's the other people getting their bottles.
Anyone that's just getting the Chateau, I can.
Bottles here.
I can see it.
right, we got both the Chateau De Laubade as well as the Discovery latest series batch 8, so you'll want to be sure to stay tuned. We'll be reviewing those on Bourbon Quest here in the near future. We're going to make a few other stops while we're here in Bardstown, maybe back up to Louisville, and who knows where else we might go. But it's been a successful day. Very excited about getting these home and reviewing them for you guys. All right, stay tuned, Bourbon Quest, and that's a wrap. And remember, just like today, I hope that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. All right, Bourbon Quest, we left Bardstown Bourbon Company. We're now here at Heaven Hill. We're gonna go over here to the gift shop. A few people already in line, but we'll see if we get anything here. We did get the Chateau De Laubade along with Bardstown Discovery Batch 6. Alright, let's see what we have. We got a few minutes before they open. Alright, now we're here at the campus of Willett. We've been gotten stuff at both places today. First at Bardstown Bourbon Company, and then a Heaven Hill bottled and bond 7-year-old at Heaven Hill. Now we're going to go into Willett and see what we get here. Alright, be back soon. Alright, now we're here at Lux Road Distilleries. Again, we've been fortunate so far. Hoping to maybe perhaps get a Blood Oath Pack 8 today. We'll go in and see what they got. Alright, let's find out, Bourbon Quest. Alright, we're now here on the campus of Maker's Mark. Beautiful area, gorgeous day here. We're about to cross over Whiskey Creek here and take some more look at the fabulous Maker's Mark's property. Alright, we'll check back in a minute. fixing to go into Old Forester. Let's see what we got. Alright, Bourbon Quest, we're now at the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience. We're going to go inside and see what we find. Another stop. Alright, we're here at Stittsville Weller, home of Bullet. We're going to go try and check out the gift shop here. So Stittsville Weller at Bullet. Alright, let's go check it out, Bourbon Quest. Alright, this is probably going to be our last stop on the Bourbon Quest. It's getting up close to about 3:45. One last stop here at Bullet. And see what happens, and then head back to K-Town. Alright, see you in a minute, Bourbon Quest. Bourbon Quest. Alright, it's your host, Bourbon Steve. So, whew, what a few days. Anyway, so first off, cheers, Bourbon Quest. I got a little Buffalo Trace Total Wine store pick in the glass. Here's to you. So, yeah, first off, thanks for you that are subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, hit that big red bar, subscribe, yo. Well, we're trying to get those subscriptions up. We have reached 500 subscribers, so you know it's National Bourbon Heritage Month, so September's kind of crazy. Got a few more trips planned, working a lot, but we will be getting a cat hopefully in the next 2 weeks. So, well, as soon as we get it, we'll reveal it here on Bourbon Quest. But I just kind of want to recap. If you watch the previous lead ups to this, I went up to Kentucky. I left. Oh geez, what was that? I left on Thursday afternoon, September the 8th. Left Knoxville about 3:30. Drove up to Southern Indiana, Caesar, Southern Indiana. If you've been ringing that bell for notifications, you've already seen that, where I filmed from up there. Got there like at 8 o'clock and went and gambled for maybe just a little over an hour. And I think I won $17. So that's a win. I didn't lose $17, I won $17. So there you go. But anyways, so I just gambled for a little bit over an hour. Went to bed because my plans were to get up early to go to Bardstown Bourbon Company for the release of the latest Chateau De Laubade, or as Jason C likes to say, a Scooby-Doo. But anyways, so yeah, I woke up early, left the hotel about 4:30, got to Bardstown at 5:30 a.m. To my surprise, I thought there might be a few people that would camp out overnight for it. But nonetheless, as you saw, I was first in line at 5:30, had my coffee, had some sausage biscuits, watched the sunrise. I mean, it was a gorgeous morning. Yeah, I don't feel like I wasted any time because I was able to enjoy the coffee, the sausage biscuit, the sunrise, and then the second person that got there was Dave from Kennesaw, Georgia. Got to meet him. Not only was he there to pick up the Chateau De Laubade, but he was one of the fortunate ones that got the birthday bourbon. So I'll show a picture or post it on Instagram or something, but was going to go up there with him to get that. But anyways, so yeah, just hung out, and yeah, so this is what we got on our latest trip to Kentucky. The number one thing, well, one and two, honestly. Obviously, this is the Bardstown Chateau De Laubade, signed by Steve Naley. I went ahead and also picked up the latest Bardstown Discovery Batch 8, also signed by Steve. And then from there, I went to Heaven Hill. Hadn't gotten this one before, so I got the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond 7-year-old. From there, we made well, you saw the video. We made quite a bit of stocks, but I got a couple of things from the Evan Williams experience. This is the Evan Williams Master Blend Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's 90 proof. Let's see here. The Evan Williams Bourbon Experience, located along Louisville Historic Whiskey Row and directly across from the riverfront location of Evan Williams' original distillery, pays tribute to the legacy of Kentucky's first commercial distiller and the history and tradition of American native spirit. Masterful blend. A masterful blend of 5 various Evan Williams expressions. Each of these well-crafted bourbons have been married together to form a rare and unique bottling of bourbon. The Evan Williams family includes 4 different American whiskey types, all represented and expertly mingled to form a distinctive quality bourbon worthy of the Evan Williams name. Well, it doesn't say anything more about this, but I know it's supposed to be a blend of Evan Williams 23-year-old, Evan Williams 12-year-old. And honestly, I don't remember the other ones. Probably the black 17, I don't know. But I know you could only get it there. It was like $70 or something. Beautiful bottle, as you can see. So I was like, why the hell not? I picked it up. And then I also picked up the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience Black Label. Again, it was like $20. It's a gorgeous bottle. I think it's basically the same as your regular Evan Williams Black Label, just a little bit different, fancier label, because it's still 86 proof. It says here the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience. That's the same shit as on the other one. Yeah, but it's just a little fancier wax, top. But I mean, honestly, I don't think the juice is any different than your regular Evan Williams Black Label. But for $20, I'm gonna pick it up just because I'm a sucker for a beautiful bottle. And then, I did go to Willett. I did pick up an old Bardstown 90 proof, just because out of the Bardstown lineup that are bottled in bond and one other or something, I felt like this was the best one. I'd killed it recently, needed to replace it, so I just thought I'd pick it up while I was at Willett, because there wasn't anything special as normal at Willett. Also went to Lux Row, nothing there. I mean, if you go back and look at the video, got nothing at Makers. Where else did we go? We went to like a lot of different places, but Jim Beam, nothing at Jim Beam. And then on the way back, I picked up a store pick of George Remus from Christie's here in Knoxville as I rolled back into town late. But by and large, I'm happy. I'm pleased. I mean, the main thing I wanted to get was the Chateau De Laubade, because, when I first started out my bourbon quest, the first release of this, it was early on in. It just came out. It was like $130 or something. Cheers. And as you know, I'm not typically a big fan of finished stuff, and I was like, yeah, should I spend $130 on this? I don't know. Let me go do some research and then come back and get it. So I did my research, found out it was the freaking bomb. And so go back a week later when I passed it up to go get it, and was never to be seen again because everybody else had already found out about it by that time. So I was not going to let it kick me in the ass twice. So, granted, I was willing to go early. I wasn't going to camp out. I was really surprised to see that I was first in line. But, so yeah, again, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything, does the channel a favor. And then do yourself a favor by ringing that bell for notifications. That way you're notified each and every time I put out a new video, because we put out a shit ton. And, we're doing National Bourbon Heritage Month. We're right in the middle of it. So we'll be putting out those every day along with like this bonus coverage, along with, I'll probably do it tonight, so it'll be up in a few days for the Chateau De Laubade, because I cannot wait to experience it, because I missed out on the first one and was bound and determined I would not miss out on this. And then obviously we'll be doing a review probably within this month on the Bardstown Discovery 8. I've never had the Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond. We'll probably compare it to the previous version of that, which was the Quality House 6-year-old. So all kinds of shit going on. And even on my trip, like, obviously I already spent a shit ton of money, and there was a couple bottles that I was very tempted on and just decided to pass because I'd already spent way too much money. One was an old Carter, I think it was the Kentucky Blend Batch 2. I've already killed Batch 8. I still have Batch 9 unopened. And then I was intrigued, but I mean, I got both Batch 8 and Batch 9 for right at $200. And then they wanted $260, and I was like, maybe if I hadn't already spent what I spent, which was probably between $700 and $800, I might have bought it. But I mean, number one, I thought it was jacked up a little bit, and since I already still had another one, which I'm kind of glad I did pass on that one, just because later on I went and researched the website, and they have a Tennessee release, which was like around 685 or 86 bottles. So I'm hoping to be able to get one of those, because it's going to be a Tennessee only. And since I work for a big box store, I feel like I should be able to get one of those. But it just dropped in August. We haven't seen it at my store yet, but I will now be on the lookout for that. But I mean, Old Carter's already great. I probably wouldn't have mind dropping $260 if I hadn't already spent what I spent. And then also came across an OKI for $100, and I was tempted again, but ultimately passed. I mean, obviously, like most of us, most of us are on some type of budget. You can't buy anything and everything. So, at those price points, after I already spent, if I'm fortunate enough to be able to come across them again and situations are different, I would probably pull the trigger on those two, but it didn't happen this time. I'm still very pleased. Ultimately, my main gem was this Bardstown Chateau De Laubade, so we'll be opening that real soon and giving you a review, I promise. But I just wanted to kind of give you a recap leading up to the collage of videos that led up to this. That's what I wanted to do. And I'm off tonight, so we're going to try and get a lot of content shot, put it out to you. Let me know what you're hunting, what you're chasing. Are you starting to get tired of it? I am, to a certain degree, because you can't chase everything. You can't buy everything. I mean, all these limited releases, special releases, one offerings, subscription programs, it's starting to get exhausting. And, I mean, granted, I'm maybe not your average consumer, and I drink just about everything that I have, but with all the bottles that I hunt and buy, there's no way I can drink them all. So I do share them, give them away, experience them, but, I mean, I was telling somebody the other day, like, well, cheers. It becomes overwhelming and exhausting because, one of the experiences I had was, well, this kind of relates into this story, but I remember, number one, as a kid, when I was in middle school, whatever, the first pair of Air Jordans come out, and I had to have them. And it was like, you know, granted, you got to remember, this is in the mid 80s, and the Air Jordans came out, and they were like 70, 75 bucks. And, you know, my dad was a hardworking machinist, laborer, you know, made good money, but was also very frugal with his money, and probably never spent more than $20 at that time on a pair of tennis shoes. And here I am wanting to, you know, as a growing kid, buy a pair of $70, $75 pair of Air Jordans. There was no way in hell that was going to happen. And so at that time they had the Air Jordans, and they also had the Sky Jordans. So Sky Jordans were up to 6.5, and the Air Jordans were size 7 and above, which at that time I really needed a size 7, but I was able to frugal my way in to get my dad to purchase me the Sky Jordans at 6.5, and, you know, got my foot into it. Maybe not the most comfortable thing, because I really needed a size 7, but I settled for the 6.5 just so I could have a pair. And, you know, man, probably wore them for 3 or 4 months and to where I couldn't wear them anymore. But, you know, it's all that about wanting what you can't have, not being, and that's what I said to somebody the other day too. That's what I was trying to lean into was, you know, we have so many choices and options now that, you know, when I was growing up, the only thing I knew existed was the only 2 things that my dad kept in the house were Jack Daniels and Miller Lite. I didn't know there was all these other options. Now it's relentless and exhausting. And I would say by and large, most of it's good, but some of it's not, and some of it's overpriced, overhyped. And to be honestly, if you're just drinking to enjoy the experience and, you know, take the edge off after a long day or whatever, there's 3 to 6 great bottles under 50 bucks, and not have to worry about chasing some rare, unique, while probably enjoyable experience like this Chateau De Laubade or, God forbid, a Pappy Van Winkle or a B-Tac or something. Because if you're drinking it to enjoy it and to take the edge off, just have a nice evening, all this is really not necessary. But, you know, for bourbon enthusiasts like myself, and probably like a lot of you all, I mean, there's exhilaration and enjoyment out of the hunt, the enjoyment, but at the end of the day, it's, I don't know, it's starting to become exhausting. But I'm still going to do it because I still love it. It's just that the time it takes, the money it takes, starting to wonder if the enjoyment equates to that, if you know what I mean. Let me know what you think. Are you, because I think this is starting to become a more recent thing as people are becoming exhausted about the chase to what it equates to the experience. And I can totally understand that. So I'd be interested to hear what your comments are. I mean, I'm not burnt out yet, but it is becoming somewhat exhausting. But it's fun. I enjoy it. It's a hobby. Let me know what you think. Go ahead and smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithms. And like I said, leave a comment. Let me know what you're chasing, what you've passed up, what have you regretted. I mean, like, I regretted not picking up this first release of that. That's why I was not going to let this second one pass me up. I cannot, I'll probably do it right after this, and it'll be released in a few days. because I'm wanting to try this Bardstown Chateau De Laubade Scooby-Doo. Alright, cheers Bourbon Quest. It's still fun. Love you. And remember, as always, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Haha, that's a wrap. Ooh, that was a good haul.